welcome to the Daily Card. My name is Michaela Rena, founder of the Tarot Academy, and I serve there as a certified Tarot Master. I'm really glad to be able to share with you today the Hoodoo Tarot. I'll be working through this book for the next month, or this deck for the next month, because the images and the stories are so fascinating, and they are definitely connecting us to the culture in real life. Now, the card that I pulled is the Nine of Knives. See that there, the nine being a cyclical, or the end of cycles, and the knives representing swords. Now, it's really interesting. In the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, that card traditionally is set with a man on the bed. He's got 9 knives over his head, and his head is covered. And it's a form or an image of sadness and depression. More than likely, this could just really be literal. Somebody that is getting having moments where they are dealing with a lack of sleep or the ability to sleep. But that's all connected to worry, stress, anxiety, rehashing or re-looping ideas, replaying them in your mind so that your brain literally refuses to shut down. And the brain is in these interesting compartments, which I find fascinating, that the brain is like that functions that way. Because if you have music on, let's just say you turn on some meditation music, that keeps that compartment of the brain open. And so therefore the brain never gets to shut down or turn off its thinking mechanism. And the brain does need rest. It needs respite. And so it's really important. This card in the Hoodoo tradition, or the Hoodoo Tarot, is connected to the Devil's Punch Bowl, which is literally a place in Natchez, Mississippi, where these a group of now freed slaves were now rallied up and put into what would be like a concentration camp, but it was down deep into a pit. And in this pit were the most luscious peaches, fertilized by all of the slaves or former slaves that were down in this pit that died there. And so here there was this impending doom that they could never escape. There was no way for them to be able to escape, because they were down in this ditch or this area that they couldn't climb out of, and there's the men around there keeping guard so they couldn't leave. Well, what is keeping guard of your mind when you sleep, that you're not able to free yourself? And that's what I'm going to say why this card pops up. We might find ourselves with broken sleep. I know for myself, I find myself with broken sleep. And it might be that I keep re-looping ideas, re-looping stories, re-looping events that aren't necessary to be re-looped. They're not bad. However, they're not progressive. And there's got to be a time that we have to put a stop to that. Literally telling the brain, it's okay. Today is done. And tomorrow is a new day. So let your whole body, mind, and spirit reset. So this card is really letting, pointing to the fact that we need to harness the power to tell the brain to shut down and not to attack itself throughout the night. That you do need to rest. So this is a very literal card. I know for myself, I'm taking it literally. I need a good night's rest. And I do, and I'm sure you do too, but there are those nights that we might have jam-packed days with fun and exciting things, and then we go to sleep with that energy of these exciting or these eventful periods, and we think about that all throughout the night, or wonder, okay, how is that going to look like a couple of days from now, or next week, or what can I turn that into, right? And so therefore we spend our night in worry, anxiety, anxious, re-looping what happened instead of thinking about the finality of the day and being at peace with that. One of the activities that I do is cancel any negative or stressful emotion right before going to bed. I acknowledge the feelings that I might be having, and then I address those and cancel them, literally squashing that thought or that idea. Next, I give myself a positive statement. I call those positations. And I simply may say, I am glad that I had such a restful sleep and I feel so refreshed today. And in doing so, I literally program how I'm going to rest and how I am waking up. And 9 times out of 10, it always happens exactly how I programmed it right before going to sleep. Those are some quick tips that you can use so that you can allow yourself to escape the guards that sit around your mind that keep you from being able to relax and rest. Thank you for joining. I'll be back tomorrow with the Hoodoo Tarot and a new pull for the day. Also, if you go to the website, you'll be able to check out our activity that we have for the group, which is called Be a Better